Oh shit, I wasn't recording. I'm sorry, and now I have to start over. This is Lindsay. It's September 23rd, 2025, and I just spoke for like 2 minutes and it wasn't recording. But right now, I've got to talk about more vindictive smear campaign tactics that these malignant, covert, narcissistic people will continuously do whenever you are exposing them and defending yourself, okay? And that's what I've been doing, and that's what I've been documenting. And my situation is not a joke. It's not funny, but these people, because they work, I suspect from my intelligence analyzation of these people and the way they behave, I can see clearly that they're involved, at least a person who's been harassing me, stalking me, and hoovering me for the past, on and off for a while now. This Louis Vidal Valdez, or whatever the fuck his real name is, Luis, spelled Louis, Valdez, who supposedly fucking works at Saks Fifth Avenue in the fucking shoe department. If that's a fucking lie, I don't even know. I don't know if he works there or not, but what I know is he's a liar, he's a fraud, and he's out to get me. He's out to fucking destroy my life because I have been talking about his abuses, his harassment, his hoovering, his fucking smear campaign that he's got all these fucking people involved with the Fusion Center, with the government, with the private security, the fucking police harassing me at the fucking gym, monitoring me. And whoever his connections are, they have to do with drug dealing and human trafficking. And God knows what else he's involved with. But I can pick up on all the things going on around me since I've known that person, all the things that have happened to me, and whoever the fuck he's involved with, and whoever is paying him to do this to me, which most likely is somebody in my own so-called fucking family on my mother's side, or her son, or whatever, who I don't talk to anymore. I don't want to have anything to do with any of these people at all. I don't trust them, I don't like them, I see how they are, and I believe, from what I think, from the way they behave and the way they treat me, that they must be involved with some kind of drug smuggling. They must be. They must be doing something illegal, quote unquote illegal. Nothing's illegal anymore, apparently, because everybody's bribed. But I believe that they do something that has to do with drug smuggling. And I'm saying that about my own mother, who fucking lives in Mexico, and her fucking people that she's related to. I think that she's involved with this man, Jose, who's a fucking drug smuggler, or drug dealing drugs, a fucking Cuban man, who's also trying to be my handler and gaslight me. I believe a lot of things that I think that I have some part truths about what I'm talking about, just because of the way they treat me, the way they've been punishing me, the way they exploit me for human trafficking, the way they seem to think that I'm like some kind of a fucking courier for something that I had never gave permission to anybody to do. The way I get gang stalked and harassed in public everywhere I go by people who seem to be involved with drugs. They seem to me that there's some kind of cartel or some kind of connections to drug dealing, is what I think, from what I can tell from the way they behave. I pick up on the patterns of these people that come into my life, that try to be my handler, that end up fucking gang stalking me, that end up psychologically tormenting me and abusing me. And now, with this fucking Louis fucking Valdez asshole, Luis, whatever the fuck his real name is, I'm sorry, but I can't stand the asshole. I think his name is Louis is how he spells it, supposedly. If that's his real name or not, I don't really know. But supposedly his name is that, Valdez. His biological father, who he supposedly doesn't know, his last name is Vidal. If that's a lie, I don't fucking know, because everything out of his mouth is a fucking lie, pretty much. So he goes by either Luis Valdez or Luis Vidal, and supposedly he works at Saks Fifth Avenue in the ladies' shoe department, or the lingerie, or the clothing, or whatever the fuck he does at Saks Fifth Avenue in San Antonio, with that big fucking boot in the parking lot of the North Star Mall. If that's a lie, I don't even know, and I don't fucking want to know, because I don't even care. I just want him to leave me alone. Because the other day, when he came over, it's like he wants to get involved with everything I'm doing that has to do with my trying to further my life, my trying to be independent, making money, doing what I want to do. He wants to fucking interfere and act like he's in control. of everything that I do, of all my decisions, of my money. It's like, who the hell do you think you are? Besides the fact that you're financially interested in my life, that's obvious. Who do you think you are? Trying to tell me what to do, showing up at my house uninvited, banging on my fucking door, banging on my window, coming to my fucking window at night, scaring the shit out of me, knocking on my fucking door in my room when I'm asleep, trying to sleep. This is what he's been doing. And see, if I don't call the police, which I don't trust them, I really don't. I don't trust the police for my own reasons. I think a lot of them are bullies. Maybe if a female officer, I would trust her. But for the most part, I don't really trust law enforcement because I see how they've treated me in the past several years, the various times that I've called them. They can be really nice, but at the same time, I don't really trust the police. I don't think they're going to do any good if I call the police and do a report on this, but maybe for my own good, I have to have it on paper or get a restraining order against him because he's harassing me. He's harassing me and no one believes me because he barges his way into my house. He belittles me. He mocks me. He intimidates me. He's a bully. And now, because of what happened a week ago or less than a week ago when I found those strange red colored, which I still have them in my refrigerator, that I kept them. For the second time, I had found those little red seeds at the bottom of this cup. And it's a good thing that I looked because I could have easily ingested that. And I suspect that those are some kind of toxic, poisonous seed from, I said, either a cardboard plant tree that looks just like what I found or something called a rosary pea, something or the other. That's what it looked like when I started typing in my computer, toxic seeds or plants, and that's what came up. And I'm like, where the fuck did those come from? And I keep on asking myself, who did that? And I can't stop thinking about it because it makes me realize that this man who's been in my house hundreds of times in the past 3 years, many times he's been inside my house. Many times I've left him, by himself in my fucking room, in my fucking bed, laying down all fucking pretty much passed out because once he gets his goddamn dick sucked, he passes out like he's dead. He passes out basically, and he starts talking in his sleep and mumbling shit that doesn't make sense. It's like, are you on drugs or what the fuck? It's like a big, so he talks about shit in his sleep or half asleep, he reveals things. And then when he was here that day, when I found those things in my cup, and like I said, I drink from this same cup every day. I rinse it out. I use the same one over and over again, and I keep it in my refrigerator usually. So they know my habits. When people are gang stalking you and trying to do away with you or kill you or have you whatever murdered, they know, they watch you, they surveil you via hidden cameras in this house. Call me paranoid, but I know there's surveillance. So they know what I do. They know my habits. They know my patterns. So easily they could have had somebody come in here and do that. I don't know, but it's just ironically enough, he had been mentioning that friend of his who he went and got drunk with, who drinks, he says she's an alcoholic, his friend Anita Pickett, his friend, who he's good for, it's like his best friend. Apparently they're really good friends, and apparently they go out and drink together a lot, and apparently there's something going on between those two, I believe, that he doesn't want, that obviously he's keeping a secret from me, which I don't fucking want to know, but I know that, why would he have mentioned that, oh, my friend Anita, her father is a botanist, and she knows everything about poisonous plants and can kill anybody. He told me that. In my fucking house, standing right there in my living room. He told me that. Is he confessing something, or is it why would he say that? Well, you see what I'm saying? But then they gaslight me to make it look like I'm crazy. No. He said these things. All I know is I've seen that girl on his fucking Facebook in the past. I don't look at his Facebook or Instagram anymore. I have it blocked. I don't want to know what he's doing. But at one point I saw that girl and I was like, because she would make comments on his photos or whatever. And I'm like, who is this? So I looked into a little bit about her profile and just, that's it. I looked at her photos once or twice because I was curious. Because that's like his secret, whatever fucking girlfriend or friend. The thing with narcissistic men is they'll say that they're they have a lot of female friends that they say are friends, but really, if you go out to drink, if a man is going out to drink with a female all the time and getting drunk, don't you think that there's probably something going on there? In my mind, that makes me think that, yeah, he's got something going on with her amongst other women who I've mentioned. Okay, whatever. I don't care. But all I know is that I don't want to have anything to do with him anymore. I don't care who he's with. I don't care about the fact that he's probably got kids, secretive kids out of wedlock or whatever. I don't want to know, and I don't want to be involved anymore. And I've told him to leave me alone and stop coming to my house, stop hoovering me, don't call me. I have him blocked. So he's just doing this to get revenge. Okay, what he's doing now, this is a classic example of what they do when they don't, get their way, when they're angry, because I've been exposing his lies. And so he's mad. And he's getting revenge, and he's telling the people at the gym, because he knows that I go to the gym every day. They know what you like to do, so they fucking spread rumors about me at the gym. When I have never said a fucking word to anybody there. I don't talk to people. I'm very to myself, stay to myself. So this is what they'll do to try to discredit you, to destroy your life, anything about you. When a narcissistic psycho, and this guy's not just a fucking narcissist, I'm quite convinced that he's a psychopath. A primary psychopath. In other words, he was born that way, out of the womb of his mother, who had him out of fucking adultery or whatever, out of wedlock. He's got some fucked up issues, and he projects all of his shit. Whenever I'm around him, it's like I absorb all that goddamn negative energy, and I absorb it like a fucking sponge, because he seems to think that I'm his therapist, his nurse, his caretaker. No, sir, I'm not. I'm my own individual. I'm autonomous, and you're not. I'm not going to babysit you. You're a big bully. He's a big bully. He's a tall man. They like a lot of these taller men for whatever reason. I don't say all of them, but a lot of them, you'll notice that they like women who are shorter, maybe more petite-ish or shorter, because they want to be able to have control over a smaller statured woman. And they love it because they feel like I can control that woman, I can bully her around, and I'm a bigger guy. This is a sick obsession they have, and I've noticed that patterns where bigger men who are like a foot fucking taller than me, because I'm only 5'2", right? I'm 5'2", I'm not petite, I'm 5'2", but I'm short. And so they love to rub that in my face, that I'm weak, that I'm short, that I'm this, that I'm that. These men are like, they're usually, they're controlling, they're sex addicts usually, and they love to try to make you feel inferior. If you're somebody who's an independent woman or independent thinker, you could be a man who's getting bullied by a woman who's taller. I don't know, but it usually seems to be a thing about stature with these people, about physical stature or your features. If you're, it's like they want to turn everything into a war against, oh, you're light skinned, I'm a dark. They have to, like, he'll say shit like, oh, well, I'm a brown skin, and he has to, like, he's got so many fucking insecurities about the fact that he's a Chicano Mexican, whatever, I think that he's in denial about that, but it's obvious that he's got some insecurities about that. But he likes to punish women who are Caucasian, lighter skinned women. I think those are his targets. I believe that this man has some kind of a hatred or animosity towards a certain kind of woman, and it seems to be that the women that he targets for abuse or smear campaigns, if he's ever done this to anybody else, seem to be women who are kind of short or not really tall, but women who are Caucasian featured or European descent, that are maybe a little bit lighter skinned, or not, I don't know. It seems to be something that he hates, that he's got anger, because I think that he got hurt or rejected by one of these kinds of women before. And so now he wants to punish everybody who's that way. And this is what they'll do. They'll find people, they always are gonna, because you'll notice that whenever they get with people, they tend to try to find your replacement. They'll look for somebody who they feel is your replacement, but then that person will catch on to the fact that this person is a malignant psychopath narcissist who's just using them, are trying to do something, a lot of times they'll do that because they still have all these unresolved anger issues that are unresolved from whatever happened in their past relationship. And so I get targeted by a lot of men because they think that, oh, she's a little goody two-shoes who thinks that she's better because I've got brown, darker skin, and they always turn it into something like this. And they always do this with me. And I've never, and it's like I notice this a lot. And I see now that it's like this war that they have against, what you hate Caucasian people of Caucasian descent because you're a Mexican Indian. You've got a lot of fucking Mexican indigenous. So I'm sorry to sound derogatory or mean, but I see it because it's happened to me over and over and over again where they'll start being really nice to you in the beginning, and the man is maybe Chicano or Mexican American or whatever, darker skin, and they'll love bomb you and treat you, put you on a pedestal, and compliment you, and then all of a sudden it starts getting really bad. The relationship goes from you being idolized and cherished and treated well to just being treated like a fucking doormat in about a year's time, because you start to see how they become demanding, controlling, abusive. And it's like I never did anything to him ever. I was always nice to this asshole. I listened to everything. I was trying to just talk to him like a real person, but all he could think about was his fucking dick and his fucking sexual desires. There's nothing beyond that with this man. It's like all about that, and it's like his fucking ego and his fucking penis shit would always get in the way of just trying to have I couldn't have a conversation with him without him trying to touch me, without him trying to like. It's like, dude, you have no control over your impulses, and if you're like that with me, then how are you with other women who you find attractive? Or whatever, whatever it is, your body, it's like a body thing that he's attracted to a certain body type or something. But it's like a weird thing that these narcissistic men have, and it's not even about them wanting intimacy, it's about them wanting to be in control. It's about them feeling the need to have a power over another person. That's what it is with these people, because a lot of the times these men who are like this, who behave like that, a lot of times they're closet homosexuals or closeted bisexuals, or they're misogynistic. So they have this thing with their mother. Usually they're really close to their mother, a little too close, I'd say, like some kind of borderline incestuous type, emotionally incestuous relationship with their mother. And they live at home with their mother, and their mother does everything. Their mother dotes on them and does everything for them and spoils them. Okay, and so then they see that they have to find their mother and whoever they're with. If you cannot play the role of a perfect mother to these men, if you're not a mother figure or a fucking caretaker or whatever it is, or a doormat or a maid, a servant, a sex slave, then they start punishing you. Because you are an independent person, and they can't stand that. You're supposed to be there to serve them like their mommy. I'm not your fucking mother. I'm not your fucking nurse. I'm sure as fuck not your caretaker. Okay? And that's what they see you as. It's nothing more than somebody who they can use. They don't care about your intellect. They don't give a shit about anything about you as an individual. All they care about is what you're going to do for them and provide for them. Whether it be a fucking roof. Because now he's asking me if he can rent a room in my house for $500. I'm like, no, I don't want to fucking live with you. You live with your mom and dad. He's starting to get really aggressive and pushy. And now it's like I would never want to live with him, let alone be married. Imagine being married to someone like that if you had kids with someone like that and you're stuck in that kind of an abusive relationship. I feel sorry for people who are, and thank God I'm not. Thank God I'm not married to this asshole, because he is a fucking jerk. He's a jerk. I'm not married to him. I don't have kids with him, thank God. And I'm not living under the same roof as him. It's bad enough that he comes over here acting like whenever at his convenience, like I don't do anything, like I don't have a life. I'm not allowed to have a life because I don't work some fucking fuck you, asshole. Excuse me? And then he was telling me that I have no value, that I'm not anybody important. Oh, because I don't have, this is what they'll do to you. They will try to make you feel so bad about yourself and make you feel like you have no self-value. I value myself. I don't give a fuck what the fuck you think. Or I value myself. I don't need your fucking validation, you asshole. And by the way, I noticed that, of course, I have him blocked. He's like, please unblock me. And he wrote down his fucking number. He's like, I know your stupid number, asshole. And he has to write down his number It's like, I know your fucking phone number. I'm not going to unblock you, and I don't want you coming near me again. And this time, I'm going to get a fucking restraining order on you through an attorney. If I have to, that's what I'm going to do. So that you get the fucking idea to leave me the fuck alone. Or I'm going to call your fucking job at Saks Fifth Avenue and tell them that you're harassing me. How would you like that, Mr. fucking Valdez? So you fuck with my life and smear campaign me, I'll do it to you. Because that's what you fucking deserve. He's a jerk, he's a bully, somebody's paid him to do this to me, and it's harassment. And he's tried to fucking kill me now with he's a fucking jerk. And now I'm afraid of him. I fear for my safety. And people think that this is a game, that it's a joke. Wait till you get involved. For those of you out there who don't know what it's like to be entangled with a narcissist, a psychopath who's abusive, psychologically abusive, wait till you try being in one of these kinds of situations until you judge me. Because a lot of you don't know what it's like. And that's good that you don't, but you know what? You don't know, and thank God you don't, because it's horrible. It's like being in jail. They make you feel like you're a prisoner of your own home. They're demanding, they're controlling, manipulative, mean, obsessive. They obsess over you. He's telling me, don't talk to my friend. He's like, who were you talking to on the phone the other day? I said, I was talking to a friend of mine who I knew from the gym. What's the problem? He got mad about that. He's like, I don't want you talking to him. I said, why? He was the only person who went with me to that fucking probate court case, the first hearing, because I needed some support, and this man went with me because he witnessed what I was fucking going through during 2023 when Alan died, my uncle or father in 2023, and how devastated I was. This man, my friend, went with me for support because I felt that I needed safety and support from that fucking narcissistic sibling shit fucking Carter fucking Baldwin after all the fucking harassments from that asshole. So that man was nice enough to go with me to support me. And so he's like, well, why are you talking to him? I said, because he's a friend. We talk on the phone every once in a while. What's the big deal? He's the only person who's been a real friend to me throughout all this shit. One person who actually, I feel, I don't fucking trust anybody, but at least that man was kind enough to do that. And that was a huge deal for me. To have somebody there instead of going by myself with some fucking attorney ad light. She didn't know shit. None of these people were on my side. And that man was there a friend or not, he was at least with me. And he's mad about that because he's like, well, why didn't you call me? I said, because at the time, I didn't even know you that well. What's a big deal? He's like, you should have called me. I was like, no. You know, why would I want you to go? I barely even knew him at the time. He was so obsessed about my money and about control. He's a control freak. It's clear that this Luis Valdez is only after my fucking money. It's like, who the fuck are you? And who the fuck I don't know your family. I don't know anything about you, dude. You know everything about me. I know your fucking name and I know where you live. Because I looked it up. Other than that, and I think that you're married still, and I think that you probably have some fucking kids out of goddamn wedlock or adultery or wherever the fuck running around. Is what I think. I could be wrong, but you're such a fucking malignant, psychopath asshole that it doesn't surprise me. Because you're a jerk. A sexist, jerk, mean bully who doesn't get his way and he acts like a fucking 5-year-old when you stand your ground with these people. He belongs in he's telling me I'm crazy. No, I think you belong in a fucking rehab or fucking mental hospital because he's got a fucking alcohol problem. I'm not here to babysit alcoholics or drug addicts. Okay, I don't have the fucking tolerance to deal with alcoholics and fucking drug addicts or potheads, alcoholics. I don't want to deal with these kinds of individuals because they are toxic and they cannot be trusted. They can't. They lie, they future fake, they manipulate, they're horribly. For all I know, this man has a fucking criminal record and a goddamn DWI, or who knows. I don't know, and honestly, I don't want to know because now I fear for my safety. He's mean. He's abusive. He's a jackass. And the other day, banging on my door, screaming at me, demanding that I let him in my house. Excuse me? Coming to my fucking window at night, knocking on the fucking window. He's crazy. I've told him over and over again, it's over. Now go away. I don't care. You fucked up. You're with someone new. You lied to me. You cheated on me. Now deal with it. That's not my fucking problem anymore. At least I'm honest. But this motherfucker was doing so much shit behind my back, coming back to me to hoover me because you fuck up with your new supply or your recycled supply. That's not my goddamn problem. That's your fucking mess to deal with. Not mine. I'm not cleaning up your fucking mess. Okay? That's your fucking shit. And I'm not here to fucking play babysitter or emotional regulator for your fucked up shit. You should think with your fucking head, not your fucking dick, for once. So, of course, he tried to call me a few times today. I see that, like I said, I have him blocked. Thank God. But that doesn't matter because even when you have them blocked, they still find a way to fucking call you and fuck with you. Because what's so weird is that on my phone, I had changed my number so many times, and then he, because of him. But he kept pushing me, and stupidly enough, I gave him, the last time I changed it, I gave him mine. I guess I'm going to have to fucking change my number again for my own protection and go ahead and give it all. But then again, nobody calls me anyway. I don't really have any friends, but I guess for my own protection, I'll give it to only a few people. I'm going to have to change my number again. I'm going to have to get a fucking protective order because I'm afraid. I'm afraid. And I don't trust the police. I don't trust the police in the east side San Antonio. In this fucking area, people are really mean to me. They don't like me because of who I am. Just for whatever reason, these people hate me. And I don't fucking give a shit because I blew up their fucking little drug cartel shit. Because go do your fucking drug dealing. Just leave me the fuck out of that shit. But these people around this neighborhood are mean. They're bullies. They're abusive. They're just like a bunch of need babysitters all the time because they just take advantage of people's kindness. It's happened to me over and over again. You're nice to somebody, the next thing you know, they're asking if they can live at your fucking house or if they can, this is the way they are raised, I guess. I don't know, but I wasn't raised like that. I was raised to not do that to people. I don't do that to people. So he tries to call me today, I noticed, when I had gone to the gym on Goliad. And yeah, some of these people clearly are looking at me weird. And there's some ad about cocaine, 50 million cocaine busts or some shit like that. And I'm like, oh my God. And then something else about, what else was on the stupid news? I don't even own a TV. I don't fucking watch TV. I hate that shit, but I'm telling you, sometimes I look up at the TV just to see what's going on. And it's like, the other day it was something about human trafficking. Today it's something about some $50 million cocaine bust somewhere in Comal County. And they just showed a bunch of bricks of looked like dirty bricks of something. The police, oh wow, I bet they fucking stole that, right? They're gonna make some money with that. You know what they do, right? The police will bust the fucking drug dealers and then get the shit and sell it on the fucking street. This is what they do. That's how they make all this fucking money. Don't you know this? These fucking people in private security, police, FBI, they're drug dealers themselves. They and then they arrest the people that it's a big fucking scam, man. These fucking police, they have so much money from drug dealing and drug busts. They're the ones fucking doing the fucking shit. If people could figure that out, the police are not who the fuck you think they are. Quite the contrary, as a matter of fact. Most of them are very corrupt and they're fucking doing all kinds of shady shit that you would have no fucking... People are so dumb. They're dumb. They think that the police... Oh, bullshit. Do you really know what read Protectors of Privilege by Frank Donner. That's one book. Read about what they really do and what their real purpose is. It is not what you fucking think. It's to protect the fucking elite so the fucking elite can do their fucking drug dealing and fucking snorting coke and fucking prostitute parties mostly. The police aren't going to do a goddamn bit of good after the fact. What, to give a fucking traffic ticket to meet their quota? What do they really do? Besides get involved with drug dealers that make money off fucking criminals who end up going to jail, and the fucking police should be in jail half the time. In my opinion. I don't trust them. I trust a criminal more than I fucking trust a cop, quite honestly. They're dirty. They're mean. They're bullies. I've met some real. They're stalkerish. They are abusive towards women. That mentality about power, control, same as the fucking military. These people are very much control freaks, and I try to stay away from those kinds of people because they see women as domestic slaves. You're either a fucking caretaker or a fucking housewife or a fucking cook or nanny or slave to these mentality fucking low. They don't see women as being independent unless you're that. Okay, I'm not a fucking caretaker. I'm not here to babysit. I've been a caretaker for years. I did that shit. I'm not gonna ever do that again. I don't have the patience to do that. I don't want to. I'm not gonna do that again. I don't want to be a fucking caretaker, some old fucking pervert. I got treated like shit when I was a caretaker by some of these people. Except, no, they're mean. I did that for years of being a fucking elderly caretaker. I can't stand being around those people for the most part anymore. I don't trust them. They're mean, some of them, when they don't get their way. I've been around enough of them to know. And most of them are just mean. Especially the men. I've gotten to the point where I just want to be around cats and dogs or birds. I don't like people. I like machines and animals and people. I think I'm fucking done with them. I don't like them. I don't trust them. I've been so fucking ruined and damaged and mocked and exploited by so many people for so long that I just don't even want to fucking talk. I love talking to myself. I like talking to the walls, and I like talking to my YouTube channel, and that's about it now.